You are now witnessing the 40th live coverage and watch along on the Indus Corner podcast. You already know who it is. It's your host, the legend Todd Finney himself. Y'all know what the slogan is, no BS boxing. In the building with me as usual, I got my nephew and co-host on the bottom, Chris G. What's good?
I'm just happy to talk this boxing, man.
Facts. And in the middle, I got my guy, Shane Solis, a.k.a. Positive Energy. Shane, what's happening?
What's going on, bro?
All right, nothing, man. Another day to talk this boxing, man. Yeah, we are covering Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder. This fight is in Phoenix, Arizona.
All right, I'm gonna start off by
Ryder
saying,
ready.
I'm gonna start off by saying, I would not be surprised if Ryder wins this fight. I mean, I want Munguia to win. I think Munguia is gonna win, but if Ryder wins, it would not be a shock.
All right. It's hard for me to call this one. I would probably go with Jaime Munguia by decision. But like what you said, Chris, I won't be shocked if Ryder wins. But I'm just gonna go with Jaime Munguia by decision.
I think this fight's gonna be way more competitive than Canelo and Ryder, but I think Munguia could get the stoppage. I think Munguia could get it.
Okay.
De La Hoya's gonna be rubbing his hands together if he gets the stoppage.
Yeah, I hope De La Hoya don't ditch him, man.
if Munguia loses,
like he did Ryan. Yeah, that was
there's gonna be these death threats from these invisible people, bro. Imaginary death threats, dude.
It looks like a pretty packed arena too.
Dude, Munguia sells, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't Ryder look like Ryder looks really anxious though, doesn't he? Like he look like he's ready to just go rip his head off.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Yeah, no. He's got
a height to him right now, man.
He's got the mad face.
His shoulders are shaking, and now he looks stone faced.
Ryder looks mad, and then Munguia looks like he don't want to be there.
Yeah, Ryder looks mad, man. He got his game face on.
Does anyone think Ryder's gonna go right at him?
You happen to know who's training Ryder? I didn't catch that. Let's see. I didn't see who was training Ryder. I know Freddie Roach training
Munguia. I'm not aware of John Ryder's trainer.
Gotcha. Here we go.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Nice. Ryder definitely didn't skip leg day. He definitely got some jacked up legs. He ain't skipped leg day.
Hey, Chris, since Shane is tuned in with us, tell him, like, since he's from Tennessee, like, tell him like, how was your experience being at the Caleb Plant and David Benavidez fight?
Oh, dude, that was fun. I went to a fight. I went to Vegas for the Plant versus Benavidez fight, and that was a wonderful experience, man. I got pretty close seats, and yeah, man, seeing them fight live was pretty surreal.
I know you said the only thing you didn't like was Kenny Bayless, right?
Oh, bro, don't even get me started on that, dude. I'm gonna go on a rant for an hour.
Mr. Break.
Bro, he would like break them if Benavidez would land like 4 punches, bro. That he would break them.
Yeah. Is it true that he retired?
Yeah, he did. He's like 70 something years old.
So he retired?
No way.
Yeah, he's like 74, 75, something like that.
Okay, so I know you're happy about that.
He look younger than me.
Munguia landed a couple of decent shots.
Yeah. Ryder face already, Rhea.
Oh,
God. Ooh.
Nice little combo.
Oh yeah, that was a nice combo by Jaime Munguia.
They're both being careful though.
Yeah.
More careful than I thought.
Yeah, he's more like he's more reserved. Ryder's more reserved than I expected him to be. It looked like he was gonna come out like thunder, but he's just sitting there absorbing combinations, and he ain't got reckless yet, at least.
Mm.
Do you think that's coming though? Because I feel like that's coming. I feel like he will get reckless, and if he lasts long enough. I actually think Ryder's gonna get knocked out.
It's starting to look good for Jaime. I think Jaime won this round. Well, he definitely won this round. You let his hands go a little bit.
Oh yeah, that one combination won his round.
Yep. I think he threw like two of them, like two different little combos.
Yeah, I would give that to Jaime.
When we were talking about that for sure, that won the round for sure.
So 1-0 Munguia.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but his Munguia's trainer does it like Caleb Plant.
Are you Freddie Roach?
You know I'm a big Caleb Plant fan. Tennessee boy. So. He's tough, man. He's tough as nails.
You know, I think Cody Crowley kind of looks like Caleb Plant a little bit too.
And you met him, right? Didn't you meet him at the fight?
Yeah, I actually ran into him in the elevator, dude.
Oh, Ryder landed a nice body shot on the replay.
And then Munguia landed a nice hook.
Yeah, we bad.
He come out swinging. There's a chance that Munguia could get like over anxious. So like I get what you're saying. It wouldn't be a surprise. It wouldn't be shocking to see him lose this fight. But man, he looks pretty good right now.
Hey, Chris, do you think
that boy's
Ryder
tough, man,
is tougher than Derevchenko?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard question for me, at least. I think I think John Ryder. They have similar resumes, kind of like. Oh
my
man. Goodness! Look, what did I say? Fourth round.
Second round.
Second.
I say fourth round. Okay. He got two more in him.
Wow.
Oh, he's coming for the kill. Don't get reckless here. Don't get reckless.
Yeah, for sure. He's trying to hold on, but
I don't care if he went out in one round, man. This boy's tough though. You gotta give him some credit.
Munguia just got caught like 3 times, dude.
Yeah, you know, when you get a knockdown and everything, the fighter he always has to try to keep his composure. A lot of fighters can't keep their composure. So far, Munguia has 2 rounds. That was a
good shot from Ryder. He landed a good shot there.
He's swinging reckless now.
I'm trying to get him something. Yeah, bully him around. There you go. Don't hit him. Don't rabbit punch him.
Munguia needs to relax a little bit and then get his energy back and then take his time.
Yep. So he
need to get it back to go that 4 rounds, like I said. Oh.
Ooh, nice jab by Jaime Munguia. Munguia is pushing him off of him. He's coming stronger at the end of that round.
Munguia's getting mad, dude.
He hit him with the same hand like 3 times at the end of that round.
Munguia started yelling at him.
Yeah, so it's definitely you know, 2 for Jaime Munguia, 2 rounds.
Oh.
Yeah, but I know after this is over, man, we definitely got to get into this because it shocked me about the PBC card. You know, on March 30th, that's a shocker. Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, that's a shock. Like,
bro, that's gonna be, dude. That's not even a good fight, to be honest. It's like on paper it's a good fight, but because of how Thurman hasn't been fighting for like 2 years, he fought twice in 5 years. So
that's crazy inactivity.
Yeah. That's why they call him one time, dude. One time every 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the in the chats and stuff we be in, they be calling him runtime Thurman.
One time for the last time, Thurman.
Yeah. Did you see the video that he had when he came out?
Yeah.
Sounding real excited and everything.
Yep.
Man.
There's a lot of grabbing in this fight.
Yeah. Jaime Munguia landed a nice body shot, it was like a stab jab.
He got timed he got that jab. He got timed.
Yeah, I meant to say this when we started. Who shot out the G5 and who shot out the last one at the bar?
Oh yeah. Oh! Nice punches from Ryder. Is Ryder's eye swelling up?
I have to get a good look. I can't really tell. Munguia is definitely a lot faster than he is.
That body shot, I think, hurt Ryder a little bit.
Definitely. Nice.
Yeah, he came in with a nice combination, but Ryder countered him with a straight jab.
One more round.
Something going on in the crowd.
I think they're fighting up there.
There was a fight. There was a fight at when I went to Plant versus Benavidez. There was a fight that was near me, and I saw a guy like jump. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, a lot of people like to drink at them fights. I've seen a lot of them, man. It was years ago. Like one time, it was a fight on each section, man. My section, there was a fight. It's another fight in another section. It was crazy, man.
Man, I'm gonna just say this: not public service announcement. Just I'm gonna say that it's not worth getting into trouble, man. Somebody could get seriously hurt. It's not worth getting into a fight with anybody. It's better to just let it go. If someone says something, just let it go.
Number.
Yeah, it's a lot of egos around fights. It's
Yeah.
man. When I was at Lewis Tyson, like you wouldn't believe the fights in the bathrooms and stuff. It's insane. Like this is in Memphis, by the way, and oh god, it was raw. Like people fighting over nothing, man. Like you said, let it go. I'm here to watch a fight, man. Not being
Exactly.
one. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao was actually on the undercard that night, like, and nobody knew who he was back then.
No,
he
when
punch like thunder though, man. He was throwing bombs that night. I remember it was nice. It was nice.
Munguia's coming out aggressive.
Yeah. Here we go, baby. This is it. This is it. Fourth round.
I was saying, when I was at the tank and had the Garcia card, I think something happened with Gary Russell and Meat Mills. Because the whole crowd was focused on them two, and then Meat Mills walked out.
Who's the promoter on the Handover Maryland card? Do you happen to know?
Jetta. It's Tony Jetta Promotions.
Okay.
Jetta. Yeah, Tony Jetta was a fighter himself, and he actually put a lot of cards together there like for years now. But I haven't been to one, so I know where it's at and everything. Like I've been there, but I haven't been there for a fight. So
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you from, Chris?
I'm North Carolina. Well, I'm from originally from California, but I've been in North Carolina my entire life.
Gotcha. You kind of close to me then. Touching.
We're neighbors. Neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, I got 50 seconds. Come on. Knock him out now. Maybe Mystic Mac.
You got 45 seconds, bro, before you lose the $1 million.
How much?
$1 million, bro. You're about to lose $1 million.
Oh God, come on.
Nice jab. Come on.
I used to make a lot of money on these fights back in the day.
I never really bet on fight. I bet on Benavidez in Vegas. I made a little bit, but he was the favorite. Oh!
Oh yes.
Again?
Yeah.
Wow. It looks like Ryder's got some blood coming out of his nose.
Yes,
it looks like
it. Oscar De La Hoya is rubbing his hands together mischievously.
I was so close.
He's celebrating, dude, right now, dude, because the guy. If Jaime Munguia, dude, he's gonna be over the moon. If Jaime Munguia knocks out Ryder, dude, he's gonna rub that in Canelo's face, bro.
I was this close. I was this close, man.
So Chris, do you give Ryder 1 round so far?
Nah.
No. What you thought he won a round?
Nah, I was just asking.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking.
I don't think he's won a round, to be honest, but man, that was a good one too.
Like that punch didn't look like it hurt. So I mean, he got right back up, and
it's like off balance.
It was a little jab.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing serious, but
I mean, you can tell Ryder was disappointed.
Do you feel like he's more just overwhelmed in the moment? Because I mean, that happens.
No, because
That's actually exhausting. You know, like I've been there. That's exhausting at times. Like, you know, you get caught up in the moment, and I'm trying to think of the word. Let's see. Sorry, I get distracted watching the fight.
And Jaime Munguia is pouring it on.
Yeah, he is.
Look like Ryder's getting ready to go down again.
I know he got caught there.
Go to this bad boy. Shout out to Patriots. Shout out to Patriots score.
Oh.
See, we got 5 people tuned in. If you're watching, drop a comment. All right. First comment. My buddy Katrina in the building. She says, I finally caught a live chat. Munguia is trying to get Ryder out of there. Yeah, I'm good to see you in here, Katrina. Who shout out to you? I didn't talk to you today. I know you said you was going for Munguia, but salute to you. And I'm glad you enjoyed the Aleem interview.
Canelo fans' neck veins are sticking. Their neck veins are popping out right now.
Hey, so let me ask you this.
I actually really love Canelo. Canelo's actually my 4th favorite fighter, so I'm not talking shit, dude. I just like messing around.
You said your 4th favorite?
Yeah.
I gotta hear the list.
David Benavidez, Naoya Inoue, Duran Ennis, and then Canelo.
Okay, that's a good list. Ty, who's your favorite fighter?
Ooh, Jaime Munguia caught him with a nice right hook.
Ooh. Oh, Munguia got caught right there.
Yeah, I seen that.
That made Munguia step back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh. Very chill, very relaxed. I like that. He's got that positive energy going right now. That was a great interview, Ty.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, Katrina said yes, great interview. Appreciate it. And Katrina, I'm supposed to do another one tomorrow, so just stay tuned. Definitely supposed to do another one tomorrow. You know, hopefully I land it, and if not, then keep trying. Just keep trying to get them. Yeah, Katrina, I posted a couple of snippets. I got a couple of snippets, so I don't know if you've seen them on the Facebook. If you haven't, check my Facebook. I posted a couple of snippets, but I'm gonna message you and send you I'm gonna send you some of them too. Cool. Yeah, because Katrina lives in the same town as Aleem, like in Richmond, Virginia. She's out there in the same town. She's met him and everything. Yeah.
I love Richmond, dude. That's one of my favorite places.
If Aleem was in North Carolina, I would take my car to get it detailed with his shop, man. I really would.
Yeah, Katrina, like if you want your car cleaned, take it to Aleem for sure.
Oh, Ryder just caught him.
Yeah, he did. Ooh.
Here's the thing. I think Ryder's fighting the exact same way he fought Canelo, just butting into him like he's doing like he's doing the Munguia. Except Freddie's getting a little frustrated.
Do you like Freddie Roach as a coach, Chris?
Yeah, I do. He's done a good job. He trains MMA fighters too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, he does. He actually said BJ Penn was the best boxer at one time. He's trained Tito. He's trained George St. Pierre. Multiple fighters. I actually follow MMA very, very deeply.
I follow it pretty good. Not deep, but I follow it. I'm aware of what's going on a lot of fighters.
Yeah, I would say I follow UFC. I mean, because like I'll watch any boxing event, but mainly just follow UFC when it comes to MMA. So
I follow UFC and a little bit of Bellator.
yeah, but usually it's like a marquee fighter I already know or something that come from UFC. I mean, every now and then there's a Dylan Dennis or Ben Askren that comes along, but most of the time I don't really follow it like that.
You like Sean Strickland?
Yes. Yes, but he beat my favorite fighter ever. Like my favorite fighter in MMA is Israel Adesanya.
Adesanya, yep.
That sucks, but I like Strickland. I like his attitude because he's a fight seller.
So Strickland, he stands up really straight up when he fights. Like it's entertaining, but it's not really good to dodge shots.
Right.
Ooh, this might be the first round that Ryder won, to be honest.
I think so. I agree. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That was a nice shot from Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
Did Munguia take a break or something?
Look like it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I know you guys hear that.
I think I read this. She said, I'll tune in. I didn't see the snippets, but I'll look at your page. Appreciate it. She says, I need a hand wash too. Laughing out loud. Thanks for the reminder.
Nice, Ryder.
Ryder came back there.
Hey, Katrina, if you're still in here, did you see the last episode of Power? Because I gotta rap with you about that. It was something that happened in the show, but if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil anything. But if you've seen that last episode of Power, let me know.
If I didn't throw it out there, I'm throwing it out there. Shout out to Patriot Cigars. This is the TNT. I'm a brand ambassador for them, so just shout out to Patriot Cigars. Excellent cigars. If you into them at all, one of the best ones out there.
I'm not. I don't know too much about them, but it looks cool.
I was actually watching. I was watching some stuff with Suge Knight earlier today, and Suge Knight be tearing them cigars up, man.
Oh yeah. This right here, if I can get it up close enough to see, this is the Rocky Patel cutter. It's one of the best in the business right here. It's like $300, but it's well worth it. Just pops up, cuts it down. Smooth every time, cuts a little insert into it. Much easier than the little cheap cutters they typically have.
Okay.
But if you don't smoke regularly, don't get one. Too high.
Gosh. She said, I haven't seen it yet. I might watch it after this fight. I'm not sleepy yet. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting show. I know my guy Wilton from last one at the bar. He said that he got some cigars from somewhere. I think when he took a trip to Mexico, I think he said he got some cigars from there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he.
Like I said, I'm gonna bring some up there when we come to Maryland. Well, you're already in Maryland, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna bring some up there. First one probably a big Cohiba. It's basically like the Dom Perignon cigars.
Okay.
Like it's the one if you don't know cigars, that's the first one you try.
All right.
And I'll bring like H. Upman's and a couple more. Just to experiment.
Okay. Cool.
I got some merch for you coming too. You're gonna love it.
I appreciate it.
Chris, what size you wear?
I'm a L or XL. I'm a L. I'm generally an L.
Gotcha. I'm in the Mason after we go off the air.
How about you,
I'll
man?
get
What size?
you
What
here.
size shirt do you wear, man?
Me?
Yeah.
2, 3X. I'm 250, 265 all the time.
Oh. 6'5"? You said you're 6'5"?
No. I'm 265.
Oh, 265. Oh.
Yeah. Believe it or not, at one time in MMA, I actually fought at 155 pounds though.
Wait, you used to fight? You said?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to fight MMA. I used to fight at like 155. I would start out like 200 and cut way down.
Wow.
Only for a little while. I did boxing for like 6 months, but it's probably like 8 months, and mostly just because I love boxing and I wanted to learn the sport. Wanted to know more about it. I was already 24, so I know enough about the sport to know you ain't got a career then. You want to just get a couple fights in just to get that experience, I want to say there's like 8 people there. I don't think fighting in front of a crowd would bother me though. Like I've been in front of thousands of people and I love it. So I think people worry too much these days about their L. Like they're so worried about losing that O. Like let it go, man. I mean, go out there and fight. And our Roy Joneses and stuff of our time, they took it. Like they wasn't worried about their record. They're worried about being the best.
Yeah, like we all know Mayweather really lost to Castillo in the first fight.
Jose Luis Castillo, yeah.
Yeah, he really lost to him in the first fight. So
yes, he did.
So all the greatest fighters took a loss, man.
I mean, I think the Maidana fight was a draw too. To be honest, the first one.
Yeah,
which
Maidana
one?
A draw.
I thought Mayweather won, but barely by like a round.
Yeah, Maidana came out.
I think that's it too. I think it's the shock factor of a guy winning so many rounds against him. I think that might play into it a little bit, where you want to favor him all of a sudden. Oh! Here we go.
Ooh, that was a big shot.
Ooh.
Yeah, he clenching.
He still got his legs though.
Yeah.
He landed a little body shot there, didn't he? Don't get over anxious.
Yeah, if they get over anxious, they can get clipped with a big shot. He's trying to make a comeback now.
He's picking a spot. It looks like. Yep.
Jaime Munguia jumping around now.
His face still says he's calm though. He looks chill, don't he? I don't know. He might be hurt.
Munguia needs to throw that uppercut too.
Yeah, it's a lot of clenching going on though. A lot of holding.
Yes, it is. Oh. Nice. I like that. I'm going to take that. I like that.
So I would say Ryder came back pretty good, but I think Munguia controlled most of that round.
Yeah, I agree. They're my guy, Ty.
Yeah, Amir Khan. Yeah, I know you talking about Amir Khan. Yeah, we talking off camera. You talking about Amir Khan.
Is that Goldberg interview?
Amir Khan looked like he'd been eating good, man.
Yeah, he looks heavier.
Khan versus Broner, man. The fight I never got, always wanted.
Look who we got in the building. G5 Jeff T in the building. He said, my God, salute to the guru, man. Jeff, man, I appreciate you so much, man. I was telling anybody that's tuned in, man, if you got like a podcast or you got a business and you want some videos, G5, he's the guy to hit up, man. He's the guy to hit up, man. So salute to the guru, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep, shout out to Jeff. He's the reason I know even half of what I know.
Nice.
The guru, yeah. And Jeff, man, I might get that Big Zoe interview tomorrow, man. Like I talked to him and everything earlier. Like we pushing for tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to lock that in for sure. But man, wow.
Okay, Ryder's actually hurt.
Yeah, Jaime Munguia's got about 3 knockdowns in this fight. Yeah, you can tell by his body language the way he got up, like. Hey, Jaime Munguia is doing better than Canelo, in my opinion, man.
Oh, yeah. He's down again.
Oh, God. Beautiful. I was only 5 rounds off.
He jumped on the turnbuckle. He's still counting.
What? I thought it was over.
He's holding.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, now it's over. There we go.
Wow.
It's over.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ref there. He did a good job, I think. He left him in the fight. He belonged in the fight still. He wasn't done yet. So.
I think his corner might have thrown the towel because it looked like he looked at the corner.
Yeah.
Jeff said, "This is how you take care of business." He said, "This is how you take care of business."
Freaking dude, De La Hoya's gonna have the best sleep of his life, dude.
Facts, bro. Yeah, De La Hoya gonna have a big party when he leave the arena.
He's gonna have a piñata with Canelo's face on it.
So Chris, what does this say? What does this say about Jaime Munguia? Like since he stopped riding Canelo, didn't like. What does this say? I mean,
this proves Jaime Munguia's 100 levels of. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think Munguia is better skilled than what people think. Like he's not as bad as what people think he is. I mean, he's had a few bad outings, but I think Munguia is at the top level. His defense is a little leaky, but he's good. He's good. This fight proved it.
Hey, so let me ask you this: do you think is Jamal and Canelo still most likely to play for May?
I have a feeling it probably is. Regardless,
I don't want to see that, though, man.
I do, bro. I was so tired. I'm so tired of the bro. Everybody said he would never fight. I remember everyone was like, he'll never fight the better brother, Jermell, and then he fights Jermell. Everybody complains. Now he's gonna fight Jermall. Everybody complains, bro. And it's like, and they offered the fight to Canelo offered the fight to Jermall in 2019, and they turned it down. So, and even his brother kind of snitched on him about that. He's like, yeah, my brother did turn it down. So there was a narrative for like, I think 4, 5, 6 years that Canelo was ducking Charlo, but Charlo turned down the fight, and it was already out for a long time that he did that.
Man, I just still think it's a bad fight, man. He's only fought Jose Benavidez coming off a 2-year layoff or so. he still didn't look 100%. So going into a Canelo fight isn't a good move, man. So I don't want to see it.
He's just trying to cash out, bro. He's honestly he should probably cash out, bro. Because bro, if it's been 2 years, bro, and he hasn't gotten over whatever he went through. So you could tell in his eyes, bro, whatever he went through, he hasn't gotten over it. So I'm not saying he's less of a person for that, but I'm saying it's like if you're having that bad issues, you might as well cash out and then take care of yourself.
Let me get into this comment. Jay says, "Wow, Munguia knocked out. Wow. I think he's trying to say Munguia knocked out. Yeah. But Jay, I don't think I've seen you in here before, man. Like, salute to you, man. Hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that like button. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, since Jaime Munguia made a statement tonight, I would love to see that in May. Cinco de Mayo, Canelo versus Jaime Munguia. Two Mexicans, why not? Facts.
Absolutely.
So, hey, if you have a Canelo fan in your house, make sure you're watching him.
Definitely do. My dad loves him. My dad absolutely loves Canelo.
I love Canelo too. I'm just giving everybody a hard time.
Yeah, so Munguia, like I said, he always been criticized, for having a weak resume. Like I said, his resume was kind of like Wilder's, 40-some fights.
I'm gonna say this. I think I think his resume is better than Wilder's. He actually, because the only name Wilder had was Luis Ortiz, and that's it. At least Munguia has Liam Smith. He's got Derevyanchenko. He's got John Ryder. He's got there's another one. There's one more that was actually pretty good.
But like I said, him stopping Ryder and Canelo didn't, even though Canelo got a knockdown. I think he made a statement.
Yeah,
I think he made a statement.
I would say Wilder. I would say Brevin Stavern is a good fighter.
At the time, Bermain wasn't that bad. I'll give him credit for Bermain and Luis Ortiz, but that's it. But Luis Ortiz was a 50,000-year-old ancient alien mummy when he fought him.
Yeah, true. True. That's fact. That's fact. But, part of that's his own fault, though. I mean, fight was held off because of him. I mean, Wilder did want him already, so.
And Al Heyman did not do Wilder any favors holding him back from all the big fights.
Right.
I hate to say it. I hate to say this, man. For the first Wilder and Stavern fight, I actually picked Stavern to win, man.
No, you didn't, bro.
No, seriously. Look, seriously. I picked Stavern to win, man.
Bro, dude. Wilder's landing those 1-2s the entire night, dude.
Facts, bro. And that's the thing, man. Even in the rematch, he puts Stavern down with that 1-2. It just like he was just catching him just 1-2, 1-2, and Stavern just could not dodge it, man. He couldn't dodge it. I mean, he kept his guard up, but Wilder just kept throwing that 1-2, bam, bam, just catching him every single time, man.
And then Wilder's controller ran out of batteries, and that for like 5 seconds, bro.
I love this guy.
Let me get into the comments. Katrina says, "I hope Munguia calls out the top guy." Yeah, I hope he called out Canelo, man. I mean, or somebody.
Oh, Ty, I gotta throw this out there, by the way.
Oh,
dang,
bro, he caught him right on top of the head, like one of the worst parts to get caught on.
You're not lying. Oh. I gotta throw this out there. If you go and look at the future fights, Jake Paul actually done what I said to do. Take the co-main event. He put Amanda Serrano ahead of himself.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I just saw a little thing come up on the screen about a while ago.
I'm not trying to be mean, bro, but after the Jake Paul fight, you're gonna see like half the crowd leave.
True.
No, I mean, because most of the fans are there for Jake Paul, because literally most Jake Paul fans are not fans of boxing. They're just fans of Jake Paul.
Facts, but like I was telling him, if you put a Devin Haney or somebody there, and then put it on television where everybody can watch it. The first thing they say is, "Why is this guy ahead of Jake Paul on the card? Like, he must be somebody." If they do big promotion for him, he talks a lot of shit, goes out there and delivers a knockout, and then calls out Tank Davis. Like, "I'll rip your head off." Like, I promise you, it would draw big pay-per-view dollars
yep.
for him.
I do like what Paul's doing, to be honest. He's giving exposure to fighters that deserve it.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. In my opinion, he had the respect to be like, they should be ahead of me on the card. Like, that's respect for boxing, in my opinion. I like people that can draw, and it's a big deal to be able to draw money when you're not one of the best fighters,
Okay.
I will say he's a good boxer, though. He's not. He's pretty good. He's not Canelo. He's good.
I want to translate what Jaime Munguia is saying to you guys. Jaime Munguia basically said, they asked him, "What fight do you want next?" He basically said, "There's nothing on the table right now, but I'm willing to fight any of the good people at 168.
Worst thing to do, man. Worst thing to do. You got to get out there and say somebody's name. That's your opportunity. When you get that mic, that's your opportunity. And you got to step out there and say, "I'll rip your effing head off." Even if you know you're going to get killed, you go out there and do that when you win the fight. That's your time.
Yeah. You said 168, Chris?
So what?
You said at 168?
Yeah, anybody at 168. But I think he briefly mentioned Canelo in one of the things, in one of his words, or one of his sentences.
So at 168, who do you like? Well, Andre's coming off a loss, so I don't want to say Andre. And that's not Andre's normal weight.
Munguia would be Andre, bro. I'm sorry. I'm saying that right now. You
think so?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but Andre's not a real 168 pounder though. So who else is 168 that you like for him right now?
I would say Munguia would.
What about Morrell?
Munguia would probably lose to Morrell. I would say that, but Morrell doesn't have the experience though. True. But
I'll say this much. I just went to that card in Jersey, and Joey DeVica fought a lot of big names, and my guy Malik Titus beat him.
That's true.
And yeah, DeVica's been in there with Big Baby Miller, Charles Martin, Stephen Shaw, Bryant Jennings. So he had a nice resume of names, but Malik Titus only has I believe like 10 fights, and he beat Joey DeVica. So
he was the underdog. He was the underdog in that fight.
Yeah.
And Joey DeVica's his post was kind of funny. I didn't know I was gonna go in for a track meet.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Hey, it was crazy because here's the thing. After that fight, so the room I stayed in, both of them were there, like with their crew. So I seen Joey DeVica and his crew first. Then I walked down a hall about a good minute or so. There goes Malik and his crew, and like everybody was saying that Malik was running, but Joey's face was like messed up, bro. Like messed up.
Because he was getting jabbed the whole night, and
that's and that's the thing. Malik kept that jab in his face. So if he's running, I mean, if he's running, he's not winning the fight. But he kept that jab in his face the whole time. Yeah, he was keeping his distance and boxing smart. But I'm saying Joey DeVica's face was messed up, man.
Oh, yeah, I just saw him get kiss Freddie Roach on top of his head.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's kind of cool. I think Freddie Roach did good with Jaime Munguia.
Yeah, he did good, man. I like what he did, man. He did. Yeah, it was a good fight, man. Yeah, Ryder just had he looked off balance in some of those rounds.
But that's what Ryder fight exactly how he always fights. Kind of like angles himself to the side and then jumps onto his opponents and tries to smother them. He always does that.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into this. Let's get into this undercard for March 30th. So we got Rolly versus Pitbull Cruz. Do you guys like the fight?
If Pitbull does not steamroll him, dude, if it isn't anything less than a steamroll, I'm gonna be disappointed because Rolly is absolute trash. He's like, dude, he's like, he makes, I don't know, bro. He wings every punch, dude. Like, he's definitely the worst boxer that's ever gotten amount of amount of
Notoriety.
the notoriety on TV. Like, he's the worst boxer that's made it as far as he has. Like, he's a way overachiever. Like he shouldn't be where he's at. He was lucky to sign with who he signed with, and they matched him really good and stuff like that. But but he's probably the worst boxer I've seen on TV that's considered a top boxer. I would say he's in between, like, he's like a teeny bit better than a journeyman, and that's it. And and that's it. Like, he's like a C minus is being really nice. Like, it might be a D.
Is that bad?
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah,
Really?
he got out. He got,
Is that bad?
yeah, he's got outboxed by Jackson Marinez. Lost almost every single round, and then he lost to the 50,000-year-old ancient alien mummy and Barroso, and and then and then bro, I'm so happy for Barroso. He got that first round knockout, bro. I wanted to throw a party because of that, dude. Anyways, but just, and then he was kind of outboxing Tank a little bit, but that but it was more like Tank letting him do that.
Yes.
But you don't let a D fighter outpunch you. That's, for me, that's still like not good. That's still like, you're not supposed to do a dude like literally 7 levels below you, like, win 5 rounds.
Connor do it.
Huh?
Floyd let Connor do it.
Well, that was that was like more of a show, I would say, instead of but
You didn't feel that Tank was in control the whole time?
I felt like Tank was never in an immediate danger or anything like that, but
exactly.
But he was definitely losing the rounds. Like, he was literally losing the rounds against literally the worst boxer on TV. So,
yeah, but he knew what was coming, though. Like, you could tell. Like, he knew he was gonna drop him.
And what do you call it? But I'm just saying, Rolly is like, you're bro. It's like, I don't want to say Rolly's like a journeyman, but if there was like a no name in front of Tank and he was losing rounds, bro, people would be losing their minds. But basically, Rolly is a no name with a name. That's what basically really what he is. So that was a trash fight. As soon as I saw Tank versus Rolly, it was really just for the show, because Rolly talks a lot, dude. That's literally it. If Rolly wasn't as colorful as he was, dude, he would have never gotten that fight. And if if Rolly wasn't Rolly, Tank would have been trashed for taking that fight. And honestly, he probably should have been trashed for taking that fight. But
I mean, this guy was calling him out for a while. I mean,
because that's his only opportunity to cash out. That's Rolly's Rolly's only opportunity to cash out, dude. He was never gonna do anything in the sport. Same with okay, I don't want to. Okay, dude, I don't want to be on camera talking crap about one of my favorite fighters, but I do like Jose Valenzuela. I really do. But they're looking like it's gonna be his next fight, and I still consider that a cherry pick, because Jose Valenzuela is tailor made for Tank Davis. Like a guy that comes forward and is aggressive is perfect for Tank Davis to get the knockout. So it's like, even though I rate Jose Valenzuela and I think he's a really good boxer, I think his style. So basically, his style would be like, he would be like a D level fighter fighting Tank, but he would be like a B level fighter fighting someone who is more like a Shakur Stevenson or like somebody else. But Tank's style depends on somebody coming forward and not being defensively responsible. Yeah. So if you put somebody else, if you put in like a Shakur, if you put in like a Devin Haney, then Tank's gonna have a lot of issues, because he can't just move around the ring and not do anything like he usually does. I'm saying not do anything, throw only a couple punches around. He can't get away with that with someone who doesn't come forward. So that's what I'm saying. So Tank's style went from coming forward aggressive to waiting for someone to make a mistake. So
You don't think he can go back to that though?
Huh?
You don't think he would go back to that in like a fight against Haney, for instance?
He would have to because Haney is not going to be the one coming forward.
Yeah, I think he can make those adjustments though. To be honest, what do you think, Ty?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ty.
Nah, I was just saying. I'm hearing. I was thinking it was going to be Tank versus somebody in March 30th, but now since we got Tim Zhu and Thurman March 30th, I'm hearing that Tank is possibly going to fight in the summer in the United Kingdom. Now, I don't believe that, I don't believe that at all. But that's just what I'm hearing, and I hope that's not true because the summer is too far away. I rather be like spring, April, May. I mean, June, July, and all that's too far out, man.
Actually, when I first started watching Tank was when I was kind of not a casual, but I was still learning everything about boxing. I was still kind of watching it pretty frequently, and I didn't understand. I thought Tank was like at the time I didn't understand how the belts work and this and that. And then now looking back, if I know what I knew now and watching Tank back then, I would have been like wanting to break the TV because he was fighting like literally nobodies for like vacant titles. I'm like, and I'm just like, oh, but with all due respect, Tank is doing his thing, taking easy fights for a lot of money or whatever. But 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 I'm gonna say that he's not taking the normal route. All the boxers trying to be a world champion. So Tank's almost 30. If they're not putting him someone that's risky now, they're probably not going to put him in somewhere with risky unless they want to just cash him out. And then Kermel Moten or whatever his name is going to be the next Tank Davis, where they're just going to have him cherry pick his way up again. I think that's what they're gonna do the Mayweather the Money May blueprint for him as well, like they did Tank, without earning it, because Floyd earned his way to be able to do what he did, but Tank didn't. They would just slap pay-per-view on him, and that was it. I even said that when that first came out, when they said he's a pay-per-view star. I'm like, where, when did this happen?
Leo Santa Cruz.
So Leo Santa Cruz, if a lot of people like to call other fighters out, oh, you're bringing this guy up. Leo Santa Cruz started at 118. Tank started at 130. So a lot of people don't like to say that, but a lot of people, but when it comes to another fighter, for example, David Benavidez saying after he beat the crap out of Andrade, Andrade was a 160, Andrade was a 154, but no one says anything about Tank. Brought up a 118 guy, it's a 130. When Tank already fought at 135, so you can argue 135 versus a 118 guy. So if that was anything less than a slaughter, I would have been disappointed in Tank.
But it was. It
was a slaughter, but I'm like, it's the equivalent of for example, let's how many weight classes is that? 122, 126, 130. So you're bringing up a dude 3-4 weight classes. That's like Canelo bringing up Keith Thurman or something like that to fight him. And nobody would be like, why the heck would you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, or like Anthony, or like Anthony Joshua bringing up like David Benavidez to fight or whatever. Like, bro, that's not right. Like, that's not fair. Leo Santa Cruz was a name, but that was it. That's as far as it really went. It was a guy with no power, no defense, and just came forward.
Yeah, let me say this before we keep cooking. I see we got 18 people tuned in. So, like, if you're new to the channel, man, definitely hit that sub button, man. Definitely subscribe.
Oh, dude, we're just cooking about random boxing, dude. But yeah, and if you look at Tank's resume, it's nothing but dudes that come forward and is Mexican. That's literally his entire resume, dude. And then they scream at Canelo, why isn't he fighting an undefeated white fighter? Why isn't he an undefeated black fighter? Right? But they don't say that to Tank. Why isn't he fighting? All he's fighting is dudes with no power and comes forward.
Hey, Shane, I told you a lot of people be criticizing Tank's resume. I told you.
I know, man. I know.
And so look. Here's the thing. I'm only criticizing Tank based off of if I'm treating him like a guy that's going the normal path to world champion. He's obviously not taking that. So if you see it for what it is, then he's doing his thing, and that's it. He's doing his thing, but I don't like. You can't consider him in the mix because he's really not in the mix. He's like his own separate thing in boxing. There's boxers that's chasing world championships, and then there's just Tank by himself doing his own thing. If that makes sense. Because that's what it is. He's like he's never gonna fight Tank. I mean, he's never gonna fight Haney. He's never gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. He's never gonna fight anybody that poses any real risk. And then
You don't think he's ever gonna fight him?
I would say if I was gonna put money on it, I would say no.
What do you think,
oh, go ahead. Politically, anyways.
You said no. What was the question? You said no to what?
No, I said we were saying that is Tank ever gonna fight somebody like Shakur, Devin Haney? Do you think Tank would ever fight anybody like that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
you don't want to answer because you know what the answer is.
No, I just saying him and Devin Haney were going back and forth like crazy, and then he said something like they would have to send me 2 Ferraris or something like that.
Oh
something
my
crazy
God.
like that.
Dude, I would say the only way this fight happens if Saudi somehow takes the fight from Al Heyman.
That's what it looks like they were saying. That's what
that's literally the only way. Because there's no amount of money that he hasn't made already, unless the Saudis give him some like $75 million guarantee plus pay-per-views. So it's like, that'd be that. But the thing with Al Heyman is that he wants control. He doesn't care how much money he has to pay the fighters. He'd rather lose a bunch of money, but he still has control. So that's why when Black Prime offered Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence more money for the fight, they wanted to take the fight. Al Heyman was not letting go of that fight no matter what. Like the Spence versus Crawford fight was entirely under Al Heyman's control. And even though I last one's at the bar would probably disagree with me on this one, but Al Heyman was in control of that entire fight. Even though some people think Terrence Crawford was in control of that fight, the entirety really was in Al Heyman. And Al Heyman was holding the 3 titles, had the power advantage in the negotiations in that fight. So that fight was held. Just to give you an example of what I was trying to get at, Al Heyman does not let go of fights easily. So unless that would be, I think, the only chance of something happening is if the Saudis somehow bring up a huge amount of money to make that fight happen, where Al Heyman has to say, like, okay, I'll let you guys go over across the street.
Is Tyson Fury and Usyk happen in Saudi?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, so Saudi, that's where it looks like all the big fights are.
Fights are gonna. So this is the bad thing about the Saudi fights is that we're not gonna have any big fights happening over here in Vegas or anything anymore. If really the Saudis really want to take over, because as long as their businesses are making billions of dollars as they are, they have an infinite amount of money to just keep throwing at fighters. So they can, in theory, take away all the big Vegas fights and put them in Saudi Arabia. So like, what boxer be like, why would I fight in Vegas for $5 million when I can fight in Saudi Arabia for $30 million? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that in a way it will ruin United States boxing in terms of being able to go to certain fights. But in terms of actually seeing fights happen, it could actually be a good thing for boxing, because they're trying to make Bivol versus Beterbiev right now. And that fight wasn't on the table because Bivol, this is my opinion. I'm not entirely sure if I'm correct or not, but I think Bivol got greedy because of the Canelo fight. And he turned down the fight because the quote unquote money wasn't serious enough. My guess with the ballpark was probably like $2 or $3 million for the undisputed fight. And since he already got 10 plus million or whatever from Canelo, he doesn't want to take anything low. So he would rather not fight and stay inactive than fight Beterbiev. So and for only $2 or $3 million, but that's really what that fight is worth in terms of the viewage.
Yeah, I agree.
And even though that fight on paper is worth $100 million, in terms of like in terms of the undisputed, the best fighting the best.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say. That's like $100 million, whatever, right? But in terms of the viewership, that's not gonna bring that. That's not really
not at all. Not
feasible.
at all.
Feasible. But what I'm saying is like for how big that fight is, like if everybody was aware of it, like that's I'm just saying that's Beterbiev 100% knockout ratio. The defense, I don't know. It's just. What I'm trying to say is that the caliber of fighters that are fighting each other is like $100 million or whatever. But now that the Saudis are making that fight, now Bivol's willing to fight because the money's available. But I didn't like that he wasn't willing to take 2, 3, 4 million or whatever it was to fight Beterbiev, because he thinks since he got a Canelo payday, he thinks he's too good to fight for nothing less than $10 million or whatever it was. So I think spoiling fighters is also a bad thing. Like, pay the fighters right, but I think overly spoiling them will literally like make fights not happen. So I'm like, dude, $4 million is like more than what anybody, than 99.9% of people will ever make for anything, right? Oh, I was risking my life, right? But people do construction work on roofs and stuff like that. They could for $50,000 a year, and they could fall off and kill themselves. They don't say, I'm not gonna work for $50,000 a year because I could fall off this roof, right? That's the equivalent. But you're getting $4 million to fight. So take the $4 million. You already made your $10 million. Don't be stupid. Don't burn all your money. Invest and take the $4 million in your next fight and give the fight fans you want. Don't be greedy.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it, right? But but now I'm happy the fight's happening anyways. You know, he's getting his whatever huge purse or whatever. But I think spoiling, if the Saudis weren't here, spoiling fighters is a really bad idea because that causes inactivity, that causes refusal to fight. What I mean by spoil is like paying them that way absolutely what they're not worth. So like if the fighter is worth getting a $1 million purse, you pay him 2 million, 3 million, whatever, 4 million, whatever. But if you're paying him 15 million, that's like, bro, that's like, now he's not gonna want to fight anymore for anything less. So I don't know. Sorry for going over it.
Man, it's kind of like Dylan White. Remember Dylan White cut protesting his payday?
Bro, he was getting 8 million, dude. He was getting 8 million, dude.
Yeah, that's still good, but he didn't show up to no press conferences because he's saying his payday was low. But that's still $8 million.
His payment was low compared to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was getting 35 and he was getting 8, but he was getting extra. But he got money on the back end. I think I'm pretty sure he got at least 12 or something like that. So it was still good money. Like prove your worth, bro. Get that, to take the 12 million, win, and then you ask for more. So
you really think he's worth more than 8?
Bro, Dillian White, honestly, Dillian White made $300K fighting the guy he got knocked out by Povetkin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think he made like $300K that fight. So he was in no position to be like, So
that's what I think he deserves, $300K.
Yeah, I mean, bro. Actually, if we're being for real, dude, most of these fighters are getting overpaid, even paying them 1 million, dude. Like, if you're being for real,
absolutely.
So most of this money is third party investment. It's not because it generated that much. It's not because most of the fighters are overpaid. Danny Garcia is overpaid. David Benavidez is overpaid. Like, if you actually do the math, the gates, the pay-per-views aren't even enough to cover the purses. So it's really most of these fighters are overpaid. That's why a lot of UFC fighters are comparing themselves but UFC fighters are getting paid what they're actually worth. 200K, 400K, 80K.
A lot of them aren't getting paid, Dad. They might be now. They wasn't getting paid.
But what I'm saying is like if nobody knows who you are, you got 8 followers on Instagram, you're not gonna get paid 10K. Like we
were talking about this, Ty. This fact right here.
So UFC works like an actual business. Boxing is a bunch of third-party investment. UFC works like a business. Like you get paid because you bring this amount to the table. You get paid. A boxer is like, you get $1 million because my promoter says I get $1 million.
Yeah, and you got to give it to UFC. Like, when it comes to now, like I said, I think they rush it a little bit. But when it comes to that big fight, like, when it's time for Tito and Chuck, they're gonna make it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. You're not gonna wait on it. It's gonna happen because it's one boss, and they're gonna call the shots, and they're gonna say, all right, this is the match. This is what you're fighting.
And just to compare, just to sort of explain how the business works. So when a company makes a video game for, let's say, for the UFC, all they have to do is ask Dana White, "Can I put these fighters in my game?" He says yes or no, and that's it. And boxing, you got to ask every individual fighter, "Can I use your name?" And that's why boxing games haven't happened, because it's hard to get licensing for the fighters, because you actually have to go to each of the individual fighters.
Yeah.
Bro, I was playing Fight Night earlier, man. Fight Night came out in 2011. This is 2024. I mean, they have a game called Undisputed, but I never really played it or anything. But yeah, EA hasn't made a boxing game since 2011. That's bad.
I'm trying to see what I'm trying. Undisputed looks all right. It looks, honestly, it just looks a little better than a Fight Night. Not much better though.
Yeah. I think at Fight Night round 4 or whatever, I guess the one I was hooked on the most, like the Ali Tyson one, like it was addictive. They did great press for that.
Yeah, I like when I first started playing that one, it was okay, but like after a while, I liked it a little. I started liking it more. But I guess like when I first started playing, I wasn't used to it. But yeah, it was cool after a while.
I fully agree about these guys getting overpaid, though. I fully agree. Like
what do you call it? The only people who get what they deserve is like people was like Floyd, Conor McGregor in the UFC, Habib,
Adrian Broner,
Adrian, like there's a guys who actually got what they deserve and stuff like that. But it's like, bro, it's like Danny Garcia getting $2-3 million purses like 10 years ago, bro. And if I ask 100,000 people in North Carolina if they know who Danny Garcia is, maybe 1 or 2 people are gonna say like, yeah, I know who he is. So it's like, and then like what is J-Rock was getting millions of dollars, dude, when he had like 10,000 followers on Instagram or whatever. So it's like, no, it's like, and then Al Heyman was using all this third-party investment money. That's how he was spoiling all these fighters, signing all these fighters and stuff. And then eventually he couldn't keep up with spoiling these fighters, and these fighters were refusing to fight for anything less than what they were getting before. So that actually bit Al Heyman in the back, or towards the end of the Fox and Showtime run, because these fighters were spoiled, right? These 100K fighters were getting $2 million a fight. So like if you look back before Plant fought Canelo, bro, nobody who knew Plant was, and he was making millions of dollars a fight well before Canelo. And I'm like, how are these dudes on free TV getting millions of dollars? Yeah.
Before he fought Canelo, he's making millions of dollars.
Yep. He was getting like between 1 to 1.5 million a fight with under the PBC the last like 2, 3, 4 fights before Canelo.
Wow.
So it was something around that ballpark.
Wow.
J-Rock got $1 million, $2 million to lose to Charlo, I think. He was getting $1 or $2 million when he fought Jared Hurt. Like, but he was a world champion. Nobody knew who he was, dude. And then when Jaime Munguia became world champion, he was getting $75,000, maybe, and then $250,000 on the higher end. So it's like, but honestly, like, but no one knew who Munguia was, and no one knew who J-Rock was. But J-Rock was getting $2 million, and Munguia was getting $75,000, and they were on the same level. So and these UFC fighters have way more of a following than all these boxers, but they're getting like pennies compared to boxers.
Yeah, but hey, Chris, J-Rock's fought on YouTube prelims recently, and he just fought in Atlantic City that same week I went to on a non-televised card. So his payday probably strong. Bad.
But he ain't getting no million for that. No, but I'm not talking shit. No, I love J-Rock. Okay, all jokes aside, I love J-Rock, and I respect J-Rock a lot, and I'm happy I was able to see a lot of his fights, on the come up, and watching him and this and that. He gave a lot of good fights, and I appreciate J-Rock and stuff like that. But I mean, we gotta call what did they say? A spade a spade. Like, he didn't deserve $2 million fighting a nobody. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is like fighters might get more money fighting world champions. Like, why would I? Like, this was Demetrius Andrade. He's like, I was getting paid $1 to $2 million fighting bums, right? He didn't say this exactly, but he was fighting $1 to $2 million a fight under Matchroom, fighting nobodies, and then when the Yanabek fight showed up, he maybe was offered just a little more than that. He's like, why would I take this fight? Let's say $2 million. Why would I take this fight for $2 million against Yanabek when I was getting 1.5 fighting nobodies? So that's why he probably rejected
You
a lot of
can't
those
argue
fights.
with him. I mean,
So it's like 1.5 bum or risk losing for only 2, which business wise, fighting the 3 or 4 bums that he fought on under Matchroom for 1.5 each was a smarter move than fighting Yanabek and possibly losing. And I probably would have honestly, I would say he had a good chance of losing that fight. And only getting $2 million. So imagine he loses to Yanabek for only $2 million or whatever, and then so he took the risk with Benavidez, probably got $3 or $4 million for that.
Really, I was getting ready to bring up Andre, but yeah, Andre, like he should have took those 500,000 paydays to fight Charlo, right? He stopped up and finally fought biggest name, and he took a beating.
Nah, bro, the fans got enough of him, bro. Okay, so I gotta tell you what that. So what's his name? Gary Russell Jr. in an interview with Brian Custer. Brian Custer asked him, "Is like, why do you only fight once a year?" And his response was, "The fans get enough of me once a year." And I looked this dude's Instagram up, had like 15,000 followers or even less at the time. I'm like, dude, what fans? and I'm like, bro. And ever since then, I've been holding that over him. It's like the fans get enough of it once a year, and what do you call it? And that backfired on him. Super inactive, you know, and I don't know. And that's the one thing I hate about boxing is the inactivity, bro. It's like bro's 31 years old, fights once, and the next time you see him is 33 and a half. Like, bro, dude.
Yeah, but that's what Elaine was saying in the interview, man. He said like PBC, he was just saying Al Heyman got such a huge roster, man. He, like he said, we always talk about this. He just can't put all these fighters on one card, man. He just got, if you got 200 fighters, it's hard to put all those fighters on the card, enough cards throughout the year. So that's why he got away from PBC.
And he only has time to show his boxing matches once a week on Saturdays. So it's like he doesn't even have enough slots to put all these fighters. Like, he signed all these fighters, bro, 200 fighters when he can only fit 30 of them a year. So it's like he does the Zone, at least that platform, the Zone, at least they could put fights Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, anytime they want. And then PBC was only limited to Showtime at a certain time, and they had to be able to squeeze a certain amount of fights during that hour or 2 hours or whatever. And same with Fox. At least Fox, they were able to put sometimes Tuesdays, sometimes Thursdays, Fridays, but that started dwindling down to just Fridays and Saturdays, to then just Saturdays, and then no more Fox. So it's like that one picture you sent me of Al Heyman at the front or whatever, and all these explosions in the back. ESPN, Showtime, freaking yeah. The PBC was on ESPN for a brief period of time, but it's just to me it's just a whole mess, because it's like he has all these fighters and limited airtime. DAZN does not have limited airtime. That's why I was thinking if PBC could be like PBC on DAZN, they'd be able to do so much. Put fighters on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever, all their prospects, they'd be able to do so much. And now they're doing Amazon. And then why did they wait till March to finally put a fight on? Why didn't they start putting fight? Like, bro, it's like, are they gonna put only 3 fights a year on Amazon or what? Bro,
and Amazon is like the only network right now. Showtime is done, so it's just Amazon. So.
And apparently Showtime had their best. Espinosa was saying, well, that's our best year yet, our best year of boxing yet. And suddenly it closes.
How?
Yeah. So is that so? But that's the thing.
It might have been their best year, but it's their best year a little too late.
So a little too late, and also they can't justify all those purses anymore.
Right.
I think that's really what it came down to be honest, bro. Because if it was really profiting them, they would continue boxing. They didn't stop because if it was profiting, they wouldn't have stopped. They stopped because it was no longer like what they're. In my opinion, this is what I think it is. They're Showtime and all that, whatever, investing $50 million into the event and getting $51 million out. So it's like they barely profit where it's not worth it. Like, why are you investing so much money to get almost nothing out of it? So it was like for them, it really wasn't worth the risk. So lightly profiting or losing money. So it really wasn't worth it to them anymore. And the business model of paying guys worth $10K, $5 million for fighting nobody is like, like it's starting to catch up. At least the Zone now has Saudi backing. Now has they have two the billionaire Saudis, billionaire shareholders, millionaire Matchroom, and then the millionaire Golden Boy. So they have like 4 big time money backing. Even dude, they could lose money for the next 1,000 years and they still wouldn't run out of money in the Zone.
Yeah.
So plus what do you call it? The membership, the membership. They have millions of people signed up to the Zone. So plus all that money, they have all that money, the Saudi money, the guy who has the biggest shareholder of the Zone is worth billions of dollars. So it's like they have money everywhere over there.
Yeah.
And you think Amazon's gonna be happy shelling out millions of dollars to like and then get nothing back?
Yeah, I'm kind of mad like what I'm hearing about Tank, but like I said, man, I hope it's not true. But they're saying Blue Blood said this on his channel too, but I know Blue Blood can be wrong sometimes. Like Blue Blood gets his he gets his info just like we get our info, and like he was saying that. I saw the video where he was saying Tank is going to be fighting in the UK in the summer, and I saw that myself. So,
bro, his sources are like the in his mind, dude. I don't think he actually. No, I'm just kidding. What was it? Could you repeat what you just said? It gave me an idea. Can you repeat what you just said?
I said Blue Blood was saying that Tank was going to be fighting in like summertime. Yeah, Tank was going to be fighting in the UK.
Bro, don't be surprised if one of us gets a call to fight Tank.
That's messed up, Chris. That's messed up.
Oh, he's gonna pick me because my last name's Garcia, dude.
Yeah, he just might.
He's gonna get the third Garcia on the road, dude.
Yeah. So do you think Pitbull Cruz beats Rolly?
All right, if Pitbull does not beat Rolly, bro, it's Pitbull's trash.
I got Pitbull. That's just me. I got Pitbull.
I know. If anyone picks Rolly, it's because they're just crazy. But
he doesn't have a chin, bro. He got dropped by 50,000 ancient-year-old Barroza. He got dropped by Tank. His chin isn't the best, bro. So, and Pitbull is a power puncher.
So Pitbull, bro, I think this is going to be Rolly's retirement fight, to be honest, bro.
It could be. Like, but I will say Pitbull did not look so good against Cabero.
So Pitbull doesn't look good against people who run. Or not run, but are more defensively focused. Pitbull looks terrible. But if you're like anyone that's in the middle or comes forward, Pitbull will absolutely maul you. So I think Pitbull is gonna maul Rolly as he should. He should be like the minus 10,000 favorite in that fight, dude. There's like absolutely no way, dude. And then Tank versus Rolly, Tank should have been the minus $1 million favorite, dude. Like if you bet $1, bro, you lose that dollar, even if Tank won, dude.
Yeah, Shane, who you got in that fight between Rolly and Pitbull Cruz? How's that Cruz?
Pitbull Cruz, definitely. Easily.
It shouldn't be close. It shouldn't be close. It shouldn't be close.
I like Rolly, but I like Rolly because, like he said, Rolly's an overachiever. That's what I like about him.
So Pitbull, Jose Valenzuela are all gonna be in a cycle to fight Tank Davis. Because think about it, these guys really have nowhere to go. They're not really gonna be. They're not gonna step out the PBC unless Al Heyman allows it. These guys really have no choices. Their world title, quote unquote, world title fight or their money ticket is really Tank Davis. They don't really have any other. They don't really have any other choice, really.
Now, Chris, wouldn't you say Devin Haney? That's my argument for Tank about say Devin Haney. What you said about Danny Garcia, I feel like Danny Garcia is much more known of a fighter than Devin Haney is.
So
at the time, anywhere nobody knows him. At the time, get to Tank's level.
So Devin Haney now is really known. He's got like 5-7 million followers or whatever. But before he was even known, he was getting way overpaid. He was getting like $3 million paydays from what's his name, Matchroom.
He has how many followers?
Like 5 to 7 million, I think.
Really?
Yeah, let me double check. Now, but at the time he wasn't that. Let's see, Devin Haney.
But most people around me don't know anything about him still to this day.
Did he lose a lot of followers, dude? I could have sworn he had like 4 million followers. Now he only has 2.6. I thought he had like 4. Never mind.
That's still good though. That's still better than.
So than what you thought, but
yeah.
The thing is that when Haney only had like 200K, 100K, whatever, he was making like $3 million like fighting nobody, 2 to 3 million, and he was like trashing Ryan Garcia for making like 500K. He was like saying, he was like, dude, you couldn't even talk to me about 500K. But Devin Haney
Ryan Garcia deserved his money too, man.
So when Haney at the time when Haney was talking crap about Ryan Garcia about the money he was making, Ryan Garcia should have been making $2 to $3 million paydays, and then Haney should have been making 500K. But Devin Haney is a good businessman. He was able to convince Matchroom to pay him that kind of money and be his own promoter. So he was able to snag. I mean, that's a good business move. Like I don't fault him for that. Like good on him that he made that money. But in terms of at the time, did he deserve $3 million? No, Matchroom definitely lost money on that. Like Matchroom definitely lost money on Haney paying him $3 million, and then Ryan Garcia probably could have made Matchroom money while he was getting paid that money. And I will say, this is gonna make a lot of Tank Davis fans upset, but Ryan Garcia carried that pay-per-view, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree or don't agree?
I agree because, like you said, he was always doing around 200,000 or 100.
It was like 250. It was like 275 at the very best.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. Completely on your own. That's not bad. I'm not. But whenever he fought Ryan, it was like 1.2 million. So and then if you look at the followers, Ryan Garcia had double the amount of followers at the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a shout out to Ryan because Ryan Garcia, to me, he could go out and fight like what's his name, the YouTube guy. Like he could go fight one of these YouTubers or something, and he would draw money.
Yep.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like he's a big star to me. Like
he's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's big. I mean,
and it's big. He's got millions of subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah, he got like 10 million.
He could fight as a YouTube influencer on like Social Gloves and just be knocking people out left and right, you know, and be considered the best in that world if he wanted to. I mean, like, so for him even fighting real fighters is like mad respect to me.
So yeah, Ryan Garcia. Honestly, I love his style, even though he's kind of a little bit defensively irresponsible. I think he's a fun fighter to watch. I like Ryan Garcia's got his own style. A lot of people say, "Oh, he does this wrong, he does that wrong," but that's what makes boxing awesome is that everybody has their style. Even if the guys that are less defensively responsible are funner to watch, in my opinion. So
a lot of the times, I mean, Marcos Maidana, like he does a lot of things wrong, but I mean that can throw you off. I mean,
Yep. So it's like that's what makes boxing awesome because if everybody did the basics, if everybody did everything to the book, boxing will be boring.
Did you happen to see KSI versus Tommy Fury?
I did not see that actually. Who won that
Okay,
fight?
so
Tommy Fury did won
his
that, right?
awkwardness and like his just holding on and like I can't even describe what he was doing because it's not technically sound, but whatever KSI was doing, it was completely confusing to Tommy, and like it was a horrible fight to watch because of it. I mean, like sometimes it's better, but I mean, this case it was actually worse because like he's trying to punch and like grab a hold of him in like a weird way, you know. It was different.
Oh,
Like
oh,
they say it's up to the boxer to make to handle that, but
handle adjustments. Yep, yep.
yeah. I
What?
felt
What?
like Tommy did from what I seen though. I felt like he won the fight soundly. I mean, I do not see what people are talking about because I really
Yeah.
felt like he landed the convincing punches in the fight. So
I mean, as he should have won, as he should have, because he's the
uh-huh.
he's the more seasoned boxer, if you will.
Yeah.
Um, what was it? What was it? Oh, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Pitbull Cruz actually looked really bad on multiple occasions. He looked really bad against the what's his name?
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
saying I didn't. He
he looked bad
Cabell.
at no, Cabrera. He looked bad against Cabrera, and actually a few networks actually had him losing that fight. And then what was it? He looked bad against Francisco Vargas. He fought Francisco Vargas, went 12 rounds with him, and looked bad. And then Jose Valenzuela knocked out Vargas in 1 round right after that.
Hmm.
And so I'm just saying, Pitbull Cruz has a lot of the fights. He just let me pull up his resume actually right quick. Isaac Cruz.
Chris, let me ask you this. This is a
Yeah.
question for you and Shane. Since Tim Zoo is fighting Thurman, where does Crawford go from here? I mean, Crawford's been fighting once a year. Fought Spence
Bro,
last year.
bro,
He fought what's the guy's name? David Avanesian the year before that, and he fought Sean Porter. So Crawford's 36. He's been fighting once a year. So where does he go from here? Jamel just lost to Canelo. Tim Zoo's busy. Spence just had eye surgery. To me, and I feel Boots may be fighting Barrios next. That's just what I'm thinking. But who is the best option for Crawford right now?
honestly, oh, do you want to go first, Shane, or do you want me to go first?
You go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I think Crawford should either retire or he should fight Boots because he really doesn't have that many options. He's not young. I mean, he's still kind of young and overall, but not young for boxing. But but he doesn't he doesn't have that many choices based on what you just said. You know, Tim Zoo's busy. Jamal just lost. Uh, uh,
Spence had eye surgery.
Spence had eye surgery, so it's like he really needs to fight whoever for whatever amount of money. He already made crazy money. He already made $5 million payday after $5 million payday under Top Rank. And then he made like at least $10 million fighting uh, Spence, and he made $10 million fighting David Avanesian. So he needs to take whatever money and stay active.
And you
In
think
my
Boots is the
opinion.
best name for him right
And I
now?
think Boots he'll probably only get like $2 million for that fight, $3 million, but at least he's active. At least he'll get another fight. In fact, I think that's most riskiest fight he could possibly take is Boots, and
But the
whether
only
he
one.
and so I sorry,
What
I
about you,
think.
Shane?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Boots is his only fight. I really feel like I feel like with Spence, what happened basically is like, you know, I was talking about the eye surgeries and everything. I felt like they looked at it and like health wise for Spence, I think they were looking at it like if we don't do this now, this is not going to happen at all. You know, and it's such a big fight, it's got to happen. Like I feel like Spence hasn't been the same for a while now. You know, he's not the guy that we saw that nobody wanted to smoke with. You know, um, I think Boots is his only fight, or he should retire. I fully agree with that. Like,
Uh,
you know, go out on top, or you know, like, but that's the only fight for right now that I see is Boots. I don't see anybody else really that is worth, you know, honestly worth his time.
Yeah, I don't think at this point in his career he can afford to fight once a year, dude. He needs to fight three. I think he needs to the next 2 years fight 3 times each, and that's it. If he's gonna keep fighting, because this once a year BS is not.
And he's not a PBC fighter.
And he's not a
Right.
PBC fighter, and so.
Yo,
So,
Floyd was fighting twice a year at his age. Floyd signed a contract with Showtime, and he was 36. Fought Canelo, fought Pacquiao, fought Madonna 2 times.
Guerrero.
Fought, Robert Guerrero. Yeah, so he fought 6 times. I believe he was 30. He was 36 or something like that when he signed that.
That Berto fight was pointless, by the way. But yeah, that Berto fight.
Yeah, true.
I mean, why not though? He's earned the right by then, like you said. He's earned it,
yeah.
So why not?
Yeah. So
go out having fun.
Yeah.
That honestly,
he wasn't expecting a lot of money for that fight either. He wasn't expecting that to draw big money. He felt like he got all of it out of the Pacquiao fight. And he was just going out having fun. I mean,
yeah, it was kind of funny.
He was like Berto personally.
And well, that was funny because the last round over, he was kind of like looking around, hitting him, looking around. that was pretty funny.
Yeah, so Crawford, like at 36, man, I think Boots is his best option. Since Tim Tszyu just got announced with Thurman, I think Boots is the best option, man.
What I wanted to say that I forgot was him saying he doesn't want to fight Boots is like if Canelo came out and said, I don't want to fight Benavidez. It's the equivalent of that. Because Boots is the best guy he can fight while being undisputed. Canelo, the best fight he could fight is Benavidez while being undisputed. So if Canelo came out and said, I'm not fighting Benavidez, I'm not taking that fight, he would get trashed. But Crawford, him saying, I don't want to fight Boots because I don't want to, he doesn't get trashed like the same way Canelo would. So I think I think both are wrong if they were to come out and say, I don't want to fight Benavidez or I don't want to fight Boots because of this, and this. And so I think the difference though is that Canelo can fight Benavidez and all the money would be on the table. But if Crawford fought Boots, all the money is not on the table. So I think that is the main difference why the fight between Canelo and Benavidez would happen versus why Crawford and Boots wouldn't happen is because there's not enough money in play. And so, but I think both should be equally criticized because still a lot of money to be made for either fight. Like $2-3 million is still a lot of money to just be active.
Yeah.
So, but I would say the risk to the money reward for Crawford is not worth it to fight Boots. I will say that. I will say if I was gonna think strictly on business, I'm like, I could potentially lose to this dude and only get $2 million when I can fight somebody easier for $5 to $10 million or whatever. If I wait and make a chess move.
So who do you got then? If you're saying that, who do you got in that fight then?
I would say, I would put a little bread on Boots, but I would say Crawford would be the favorite in that one. But I would say,
all right, forget that and all that.
I don't have a straight answer for that because, okay, I
got Crawford.
Pre Crawford Spence fight, I would have still had Boots. I would have still had Boots as before the Spence and Crawford fight. I would have said Boots still had a higher chance of beating Crawford than Spence, even before that. Like I always thought Spence was gonna lose to Crawford the entire time. I never thought Spence was gonna win that fight, and I think Boots skill wise was much higher than Spence. And so I think right now, if it happened, I would probably say Crawford. If it happened right now.
But if he went,
depends on how long it goes because, like you just said, if they announced it now, like right now, like maybe a slight edge to Crawford, but My money's going on Boots. I can tell
Me
you
too.
that right
Me
now
too.
because I
Me
know
too.
Crawford's going to be the favorite, and my money's on Boots for sure. I mean, I'm betting on Boots, and it depends on how long it takes because I like you said, his age and everything. I really think Boots is the guy.
So if you look at the stats, Crawford always had the reach advantage over almost everybody. I'm pretty sure everybody. Boots will be the first person he doesn't have a reach advantage over. So he had a reach advantage over Spence, even though he's shorter than Spence.
Yeah.
And then they both have equal reach. But the thing is, Boots is bigger in stature than Crawford, and I would argue more power than Crawford.
I think so too.
The only thing I think Crawford has over Boots would be one, experience, and then two, I would say he has probably better adjustment tools. But I think Boots is a better switch
He would
hitter,
need him.
though.
We can't forget that he didn't stop that Corinne dude or whatever his name was.
That Corinne dude ran the whole entire time. Bro.
Yeah,
He wasn't even there to fight, dude. He literally was there to just survive. Corinne or whatever his name maybe won one round that entire fight.
Yeah, and I've been there. It's very hard to finish somebody that
doesn't engage.
Not want to lose, like somebody that's fighting to survive. It's very, very hard to get them sometimes.
So like Paul Butler versus what's his name? Naoya Inoue. And literally Paul Butler showed up to like not even fight. All he did was just block, move around, block, move around. Like he literally showed up to try to not get knocked out. When someone does that, it's super hard to knock somebody out. When somebody literally does not engage, because when you engage, they take a risk. When they take no risk, how are you gonna knock somebody? So like if like there's like, and so people thought, oh, a lot of people were worried about the Fulton fight, because we're like, oh, he had a hard time with Butler, but Butler never fought. He just literally didn't fight. When you try to fight somebody that doesn't want to fight you, you know what I'm saying? So I will say, but he should have adjusted better. He should have focused on the jab instead of trying to go for the home run punch. He was doing that too much in that fight. But Karim didn't even try to win a round, though, because if he tried to win a round, he would have got knocked out.
So I bet you Crawford would have made the adjustments, cut the ring off, and stopped him.
Yep.
So,
but also that's the lack of experience from Boots.
Yeah, true.
Boots kind of went in, thought he was just gonna like bulldoze him. But the thing is that Boots knocks people out that engages.
Like
so if you engage, I was actually kind of mad at Boots didn't stop him earlier, though. I think Boots could have definitely stopped him sooner. I don't know what Boots was doing.
Yeah, he landed some shots that
I'm just like,
I was there, and I just felt like maybe Boots was toying with the guy a bit or something. I don't know, man.
Oh, he did that Matrix thing in the middle of the fight. I don't know if you.
Yeah, but he was like pausing and shit, yeah. He did that in another fight too, man. I seen some highlights of him fighting somebody, and he was just like, he was a slow motion and shit. Yo.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, Boots is on my top 3 favorite fighters right now.
Nice.
So, Virgil Ortiz is in my top 10.
I'm still upset with that. I'm not here to bash Weeks or nothing like that, because Weeks gave me an interview. But like I said, I think Weeks is being very cautious. But like I said, he did put a post on Facebook. But like I said, he took it down about his opponent having an aneurysm or something like that. But he took it down because I guess that's confidential information. But that's what he said.
Yeah.
Also, Tony Weeks was in a fight where somebody got really hurt or somebody died.
Your Bolsonaro.
He
went into a coma.
Yeah. And then after that, he got sensitive about stopping the fights.
So
So I kind of give him some leeway on that, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he probably didn't want something like that to happen again.
It's like the best job and the hardest
A
job,
job, and what do you call it? But
Hey,
yeah,
I was
but the fight with what's his name? Badu Jack. He let that go for forever,
yeah
dude.
he had a
TMT fighter.
whole
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, honestly, that fight probably could have been stopped because of how bad that guy.
yeah
I've seen less things than that been stopped,
he
Yeah.
had a whole hole in his head, man.
bro. So somebody brought a gun, dude.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else y'all want to cook out with? Kurt, I want to ask you who is Fundora's opponent, man. I'm not familiar with him.
Serhii Bohuchuk. I've been watching him for a while. He's
He's got a crazy record, man.
he's
23 knockouts in all of his
yeah,
fights.
Nathan Gallimore's on that record too. I'm part of those knockouts.
Oh yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Okay. I might have seen, matter of fact, I might have seen that then.
Nathaniel Gallimore. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I might have seen that then because
I
I remember him losing bad to somebody one time.
He lost to Fundora really bad. You know that's crazy. They both have a 6th-round knockout on Nathaniel Gallimore.
Wow.
But Serhii Bohuchuk, he's one of those guys that he's a come forward aggressive fighter, not the most defensively responsible, not the typical. He doesn't fight like your typical Eastern European.
Is he like Matthias?
Comes forward and throws a bunch of punches. Yeah, it kind of like that, but he throws right off the bat rather than Matthias like waits a couple rounds and absorbs a bunch of punches. I think Serhii kind of just goes off right away. He kind of like moves his head, kind of punch, jab. He kind of tries to go in, but yeah, he's got all knockouts, wins, and I would say Fundora might be, just based on the style of fights, Fundora would probably be the favorite in that one, I would say. Fundora tightens
He
his
don't got the
punches.
chin though, man.
No, but Fundora tightens the punches better. If that makes any sense. He shortens the punches really good. Serhii doesn't as much, I would say.
Yeah, and I got a question for Shane too.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Hey, since Rolly is fighting, Pitbull Cruz, do you think Ryan is just like a bad negotiator because he's done this before? He says he's got to fight and it doesn't happen because Ryan was saying he was going to be fighting Rolly. Back then he was saying he was going to be fighting Pacquiao and that fight didn't happen. So I'm wondering where does Ryan Garcia go from here? Like in your opinion, Shane?
Well,
I mean, he's got Devin Haney.
Really confusing me because I really thought it was him and Rolly, and it happened twice. I know twice, 2 different days. Like one I heard it was on, and then the next day it was off again. But I want to say that maybe it was a old news thing that popped up, but it definitely popped up again that they were going to fight. Like, or damn near had made it clear. And Ryan Garcia, honestly, Adrian Broner.
They're talking about that too. Yeah, they're talking about that too.
Publicity wise, big fight. Like that's the one for me. Like
Broner versus who?
Yeah. And then they're also talking about Devin Haney for Adrian Broner, but they're talking about Devin Haney for Broner, and they're talking about Ryan Garcia. Like either of those fights, Chris.
I would rather see Ryan Garcia versus Broner, to be honest.
Absolutely.
It's gonna, dude. It's fun because if Broner versus Haney, the trash talk would be more equal, dude. But Broner versus Ryan, I think the trash talk Broner would destroy him in the press conferences. But
he would. But Ryan's got the girls that love him and everything,
But I think Ryan would probably knock out Broner at this point.
Knock him out?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Reason why,
Broner's got a crazy chin, man.
but Broner arguably lost one of his last few fights. Can't seem to get it. He can't seem to stay in shape. Like he can't. I don't even think he can make 140
He's
at this
training
point.
3 times a day right now.
Let me see.
Pacquiao didn't drop him. Madonna
That's
dropped him a few
kept
times, but I don't think he'll stop him. I think he'll win by decision. But Broner's got a good chin, so I can't see him being stopped. But I will say Ryan Garcia got a decision.
I would say if Broner decides to engage, he loses by knockout. If he does his normal holding every 2 seconds and then thinks he wins the fight, I think he'll lose by decision. He'll either lose by decision if he is on survival mode like he has been, or if he tries to let his hands go, then he'll lose by knockout. But there's like even in a close fight, he wouldn't get the decision against Ryan Garcia.
I think it could surprise Ryan Garcia, and
Is
Ryan doesn't have the tool bag to make adjustments if he does. Don't get me wrong, I think Ryan's the favorite for sure, but I do think Broner has the experience and the toolbox to where if he did catch him or something with something Ryan wasn't expecting, Ryan does not have the experience to make the adjustments for it. And I feel like Broner, okay, I would say it's like 80-20, but it could happen. Like Broner could win that fight. You know, like
let's see.
It wouldn't shock me. Put it that way. I wouldn't be dead surprised. I mean, I'd be standing and yelling, "Oh my God," you know, because that's my guy. But at the same time, I don't think it's likely. But I think he definitely. I think Ryan could get cocky in that fight, maybe if Broner's not active for a while, and then if he just jumped out there all of a sudden. Broner's got some power that's underrated too. You know,
I just think
he definitely has the ability to take punches better than he gets credit for.
So I think Broner. I don't think he can make 140 anymore.
It'd be tough, but I would hope he could because he's better lighter. If he fights light, he's definitely a better fighter.
I'm gonna check. Last fight, Broner was 147.
Yeah.
The fight before that, 146.
Well, yeah, because like when you go up, a lot of the times like they stick you there. Like he said basically that he got put in a position to where once he fought at 147, they were like every fight was 147 from then on. You know, for a while. And I mean, he did get down to 140 to fight Mikey, but and he as he should because he's better lighter. Definitely, he doesn't belong at 147. He's
I agree.
Definitely at 140 or lower.
So Giovanni Santiago would have arguably won the fight if he didn't lose a point for hitting after the bell. He could have arguably won the fight, and a lot of people still thought he won the fight even with that. And then Giovanni got knocked out by the next 2 fighters that he fought. Like he easily lost. He wasn't even competitive against the other guys that he's fought. So I think that shows kind of where a guy who gets absolutely destroyed by Barrios, who's like
here's
middle.
The thing. Okay, George Foreman. I have to throw this out there. Okay.
That's
a great fighter can be great for one day, and that's basically what I'm going with Broner versus Garcia. A great fighter can have a great moment.
But what do you call it?
And that's the one I think he could.
George Foreman. Okay, I will say this: the power is the last thing to go on all these fighters.
Yeah.
So George Foreman, but George Foreman had 68 knockouts and 75 wins. So,
but he just come off losing to Tommy Morrison.
And so I think the knockout wins, the knockout power, is what made the difference in George Foreman, because George Foreman had crazy. Not he had an it factor, which was his power. I think at this point in Broner's career, I don't think he has anything extra that could save him. Like he doesn't have crazy defensive boxing skills that would save him, that would get him the win. He doesn't have crazy power that would get him the win. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a it factor anymore like he used to when he was younger. He doesn't
have Mary Lou punch basically.
And so even a Ryan Garcia, I don't see how he wouldn't get caught with a crazy left hook. Like, I don't see how he wouldn't get caught unless he would get hugged every he tried to hug his way to a win against Manny Pacquiao and thought he would win the fight.
I think he's mentally tougher than Ryan Garcia.
Well, actually, I'll give Ryan Garcia credit. Ryan Garcia, every time he's got hit to the face, he's gotten back up and continued fighting. So is
Broner.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Honestly, the knockdowns from Marcos Maidana was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
The way he got up too fast.
Oh yeah, the way he was squabbling around, dude. That was kind of funny.
He's most famous for that fight, by the way. That's like before that they thought it was going to be a totally different world for him, but he's most famous for that Maidana fight for sure.
Yeah, he showed heart, man. He showed a crazy heart in that fight.
And that's my problem with it right there. Is very few people see it the way Ty just pointed out, that he showed incredible heart.
But after that, he never let his hands go ever again.
You're not lying. He didn't, and it's frustrating at times. When he caught Shawn Porter one time, man, I was like, he could win this.
He could have easily beat Jesse Vargas. He got a draw in that fight, but that fight, what I thought was deservingly a draw.
He should have dominated that fight.
And I'm like, bro, if he was the old Broner, he would have easily won that fight, dude. I'm just like, bro,
he let his hands go against Ashley Theophane, though.
That was like when he was. That was not
no fear. No fear at all against Theophane. It's totally different.
And Antonio,
when Vargas, it's embarrassing. And he had no fear of losing to Theophane at all.
And then when he beat Antonio DeMarco. That's
his biggest win to me.
And that was DeMarco in his prime too.
Yeah.
That was his biggest win. It was 20. Yeah, it was 2012. It was 2012.
His record was 28-2 or so. DeMarco was still at top of his game.
Yeah, he was on his game in that fight, man. Like, he beat the brakes off DeMarco, man.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Maidana fight maybe messed Broner up mentally in a lot of ways.
Was that Maidana? Was the Maidana fight after? Was the Ashley fight after the Maidana?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And he got to stop. Oh, okay.
After
so he still let his hand go. He showed proof of letting his hands go after the Maidana fight.
Yeah, he did actually. He didn't. He fought a decent defensive fight against Molina, I think.
John Molina Jr.
Yeah, he fought him, and I mean that's that's another tough guy right there. Like, but zero chance of beating Broner at that point. Mm-hmm. If Broner is at all up here, like, he's got that fight. Skill wise, he's just too skilled to not win that fight unless he just flat out inactive, and he has been at times. Theophane, like, he was so confident going into that. Like, he was telling you before that fight, this is gonna be the best fight of my career, highlight reel knockout. I mean, it didn't end up that, but he did end up putting him away, and zero fear. Zero fear in the fight.
Yeah, he caught off Floyd after that fight.
Yeah. I loved it too. I thought it was made for a good fight, to be honest. I feel like if he had beaten Pacquiao, he would have got Floyd.
I think Broner beating Paulie Malignaggi was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
it's like, I beat you, and I took his girl.
Man, negative. I beat Polly. I left with this belt in this girl.
Yeah.
And then he grabbed the mic and was like, "That's
good.
why."
Vargas' line was good too. I remember when he fought Vargas. He said, "Man, your face on 6'9" right now. You a blood."
Yeah.
I beat your ass. Like, he did. He. Here's his argument, and I agree with it. Like when he landed shots in there, man, his shots were hard compared to Vargas. Like he's clocking him but he's just so inactive about it. You know, you gotta land more shots.
I'm kind of getting sleepy now.
Yeah. We can close it out, man. Yeah, we can close it out, man. Like if y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about, we can close it out.
As much as I want to keep cooking, bro, I'm kind of.
We're good, man. We're good.
Yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock, man. Yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock, man. So like, yeah, we can close it out here, man. It's almost 2 hours strong. We just hit 2 hours.
I know.
Yeah, hit 2 hours. So appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Katrina, G5, of course. Some guy Jay. Like I said, I never seen him in here, but so appreciate everybody that rocked with us. It was a good fight. Hats off to Jaime Munguia. Getting the victory. I hope he gets the Canelo fight, man. I don't want to see more. But yeah, we'll close it out here, man. Chris, give him your social media.
It's
give him your
Chris.
IG.
Actually, I can't remember what it was. It's Chris _G495.
All right, Shane, you on Facebook and TikTok? Like, drop your Facebook and your TikTok.
Facebook is just Shane Ray Solis. That Solis is SOLLIS, by the way. I know that's really tough for people. So,
Solis.
Shane Solis, Solis. It's either one, really.
In Spanish, it'd be Solis.
It just depends on where you are in the world, pronunciation.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at my TikTok now because I like we said, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, like that sometimes, man. Like, so,
I think I just changed the statesman last time. I just want to make sure that's right.
All right. Hey, like before
Sugar Shane Diesel at Sugar Shane Diesel on TikTok.
All right. Like before we close it out, what's the next good fight coming up? This is like we at the end of January now, so we got Tyson Fury used next month. Is there anything before that you know of, Chris?
Let me think. The only I think it's the Usyk fight. Edgar Berlanga, but I don't really.
That's the 24th. That's the 24th.
And then Edgar Berlanga, Usyk, and then after that would be Tim Tszyu. I'm not aware of any if PBC scheduled a fight in 2025.
When is Teofimo Lopez and
early February 8th.
So that's what next is that next weekend?
Nah, that's the wait.
I think it is.
Wait,
no, I think you said that's on the Thursday. I keep forgetting. Dang, that's a Thursday. I don't know if I can cover
wait. Actually, I think I messed up. Hold on 1 second.
But I just know that fight's on the Thursday though. It's on the Thursday.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's on the Thursday, man. I forgot all about that.
That is February 8th, man.
Next, Teofimo Lopez. Next fight.
I can't catch that one though. Yeah, I got to work early, so I can't catch that. But yeah, Shane, man, it's good to have you on. 2 episodes in. You know what I mean? Did an hour the first one, 2 hours the second one. So appreciate we appreciate having you on. Like we're gonna keep cooking, man. We're gonna keep doing this, man. So a lot of all right.
That was fun, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So y'all know where I'm at, man. TikTok, The Legend 3347. Instagram, same name, The Legend 3347. Facebook, I'm Todd Finney. You guys just watched the 40th live coverage and watch along on the In This Corner podcast. On that note, we out. We see y'all again soon. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.